Hey everyone, Cindy Walter here, the Healthy Knitter. So excited to be with you today and show you my Andrea Mowry Weekender sweater. I absolutely loved this one. I love the detail coming down the front and also the back. I love the sleeves and certainly love the pockets. With this sweater, I think I made size large. And if I had to do it all over again, I'd probably come down a size. I think I've gotten to the point where I've come to the realization that maybe I'm not quite a large, maybe I'm more of a medium. So I'm trying to go down a size for my sweaters. I do love oversized things, so I'm not unhappy with this at all. I'm not going to change it. It's wonderful, but you can see my sleeves are cuffed and they're still quite long. So it is a little big for me, but like I said, I don't mind it being oversized. I think it's beautiful. I love it. I love the color. But I think I've realized even for my socks that I need to come down a size. I just picture, I guess I view myself as big boned, a big girl. I'm a size 8 typically. And I usually wear a medium top, but I don't know, for some reason I keep choosing the 4th or 5th size in these sweaters. And then when I block them, they bloom a little bit more and then they're a little bit bigger. And like I said, I don't mind the oversizedness of it, but I'm going to start going down for a little more fitted things, I think, moving forward. So I don't have any finished projects to share with you today, but I've been a busy girl since I've been with you last time. I was recovering from my surgery, so I was cranking out some socks. I showed you those last time. And I am working on the Crazy Sock Ladies 9-inch needle sock pattern, which if you've never done the 9-inch circulars, they're teeny tiny. It's almost comical that this is how small the needles are. And I'm doing obviously the cuff right now, teeny tiny. And it's not my favorite. It's cute. It's certainly cute. And it makes a beautiful sock, and one that you could wear, not just as a house slipper or something like that. You could wear them with your shoes. But I'm not sure I love the fine yarn and the small little needles, but I have a lot of fingering weight I need to use up. So I'm going to have a good attitude about this. And I love these socks. So that's what I'm telling myself anyway. So the last pair that I made, my first fingering weight sock that I made, I showed you guys last time, and they practically fell off my feet. And my daughter wanted them, and they weren't even gift worthy. So I'm keeping them. I did buy the same exact yarn. And let me show you this too. I kind of changed my office view around here so I can just slide over on my chair. I did get, oh, where's the other one? Well, oh, I see. Here it is. I got the same exact yarn, and I bought myself a yarn winder. I have it downstairs. It's so cool and just winds the yarn up for you. So I was taught how to divide the yarn in half, and if it's a 100-gram skein, to try to get it as close to 50 as possible, and to get the 2 yarns so I can do 2 socks at the same time, and they'll look alike. Because if you watched my last podcast, I made one sock from one side of the yarn, and I made the other sock from the other side of the yarn, and they're color coordinated, but one is more green, the other one's more white, and they're really cute together, and they're fine for me. But like I said, they weren't gift worthy. So now I'm going to do the next pair for my daughter in the fabric she wanted. I don't have to frog the first pair because they're wearable around the house for me. I would never gift them and feel good about it, but for me, they're fine. So I'm not frogging them. I made the decision. I bought another skein of yarn. I've got it ready to go for my daughter, but I wanted to master one more pair. So here we go. I'm on my second one. I just showed you the cuff, but look at this. This is the first pair of socks that I've ever done a color coordinating heel and toe. And so I looked, if you can't figure out how to do something, guys, just put it into YouTube. So again, Crazy Sock Lady, she has a tutorial that explains how to do the color coordinating toe and heel. So I just put it into YouTube, searched it. I have done the Kitchener stitch. I do not know how many times, but when I went to cast this toe off, I decided to just look it up again, and I found a new one I've never seen called the Unforgettable Kitchener stitch, and I'll link that below. And I loved it. I really think it is probably the easiest way I've done a Kitchener stitch. And it was a little bit different than what you might have seen. So I'll share it below, but I still will hop on there and look at things if I don't understand how to do them. But this is a sock. I didn't wash it. I just put it on the blocker so you could see. Anyway, I'm very excited about this. So now I feel a little more confident that I can master this and do some Christmas yarn that I have. Now I do have one little issue with this sock. I'm going to be honest. I don't know what happened with the heel down here, but it's not like that on this side, but it's got like a little ridge here. Again, it's fine. It doesn't look bad. And it fits fine. And these are going to be for me, I think. I don't know. I'll see what the other one, when I have the set. Yeah, I'm planning on those for me. And then I'm going to make my daughter's, and I'm going to find a color coordinating toe and heel for her, because I think that just makes it. But when I was in England with my daughter, I bought this, and you can see it's a Christmas yarn, and it has golden sparkles in it. And it's from the West Yorkshire Spinners. And I want to make Christmas socks with this and possibly make some gifts with this. So I'm going to finish this second sock here. And then once I do that, I'm going to move on to the pair for my daughter. And then it's going to be some Christmas socks. And I love the socks because it gives you something little to do, that if I'm going for a walk, I can, when I get to just the circular knitting stitches, not the ribbed, but when I get to the circular knitting stitches, I can do it while I'm walking or while I'm on the stationary bike downstairs, and I can take it and talk to people. It's kind of mindless knitting. So I really like having socks and something small to bring. I bring it to church, and when we're not singing at our choir practice, or we're having some downtime at church, I will start knitting. And I just love that, where bringing my big bulky sweater is a little more challenging. So here's my update on my no frill sweater. Last time I showed you guys this, I was here. So I completely finished the body, did a very nice big ribbing for the bottom. And I am on my first sleeve now, and I'm decreasing every five rows. And I just am loving this. And I was nervous about the yarn situation. If you remember from a past episode, I ran out of the mohair, bought more. It took weeks to get here from the UK. And I was worried I'd be playing yarn chicken to finish up the sleeves, but I think I'm going to be okay. I think I'll be fine to finish the sleeves. And that is my goal, to get these, at least one sleeve done this week, and maybe the other sleeve done over the weekend. But I want to wear that sweater. I'm very motivated to finish that. So those are the projects I've got working on. I've got a bunch of other bags with projects ready to go, but I am not allowing myself to start another project until I finish one of these. I've got my petite knit cardigan casted on, but I haven't touched it because I want to finish this no frill sweater first. Then I'll go to that, and then I might cast on another project too, and just keep a pair of socks always going. So that's my strategy. If you've got a better one, let me know. I have so many projects. I just want to cast them all on, and I just know myself. I have a slightly addictive personality, and when I get going on something, it's hard to stop. Give you a great example of that. Yesterday, my goal was to take down all my fall decorations. And if you look, you can see snowmen. I was planning on taking all my fall decorations down, and I have, my kitchen is right next door, and I have above my kitchen cabinets, I decorate for fall and for winter and for spring, summer, with some floral things. And I do 3 times a year where I take everything down, get up there, clean really good, and then put the new decorations up. So yesterday, I got up in the morning. I was planning on going rucking. I had my backpack all packed, ready to go. I'm increasing my weight slowly after my surgery. And I asked my husband if he would help me get the fall boxes down. And I was going to take the fall stuff down and clean yesterday. It's usually a couple-day process. And I got going, and I was just going up and down the steps with the boxes, and I got all the fall stuff down, and then I got it boxed up, and I brought it back down. My husband was still up in the crawl space, so I gave him the boxes back, and we took all the Christmas stuff down, and I started carrying the boxes up, and I'm like, well, this is kind of a workout. It felt like a workout. I was getting hot and even sweating a little bit. So I thought, all right, maybe I'll ruck later. So I just started bringing all the Christmas boxes up. I got up, I did all the cleaning, and then I'm like, ooh, I'm just going to take out a couple boxes. Well, a couple boxes turned into every single snowman is up, and they're squished there because we're having internet issues. So I'm not on my computer now. I'm on my iPad linked to my hotspot on my cell phone because my husband went to get a new router. So that's why there's a couple out of place snowmen there. But I love decorating. I love each season, and my husband thinks I'm crazy for doing it. My mother is hysterical. She just can't understand for the life of her why it brings me any joy at all, but I love it. I love at the change of each season, just kind of doing it anew, putting things, I don't put things in the same exact spots. I like to change things up, and it just brings me great joy. And I hope it does you as well. So, a couple quick things. I wanted to first say to those of you that are new, I am back to my hobby of knitting. I knit as a young girl. I was a very busy stay-at-home mom with 4 kids, and I crafted up until I think I had number 3. And then once I had number 4, all I did was scrapbook. And then I started to run out of time for even scrapbooking. So my poor Maddie, I'm so sorry if you're watching this. You definitely got ripped off when it came to the scrapbooks, because Tyler, we have everything, everything. Maddie has more pictures digitally online than any of the other kids, but the other kids have more in their photo albums than she does, because I stopped printing them like I did when I had, with my older kids. But I got so busy with my kids that I really had to put all my hobbies on hold. And I'm the mom that didn't want to be an empty nester. And not only did I not want to be an empty nester, my greatest joy is when everyone is home. And we didn't just have our kids here. I cooked for an army because we always had extra kids here, always, always. And I loved it. So when everybody moved out, good thing Scott and I like each other and get along and have some things in common, like working out and some of our other things, cooking and gardening and being outside, because it just got so quiet around here. So I slowly started to incorporating my hobbies back into my life, and got back with gardening and spending more time in the flower beds and bringing fresh flowers in every single week, and started knitting again and crocheting again and making things and being creative. And it's brought me great joy. So my goal is twofold on this platform. Number one, my goal is to attract more people into knitting, crocheting, or whatever craft that they choose to do so, because I believe it really helps manage stress. And I am a health coach professionally for 12 years. I've been in direct sales, network marketing for over 30, but for the last 12 years, partnered with a health and wellness company. And I believe that we need to hydrate, we need to sleep, we need to manage stress, we need to exercise, and we need to fuel ourselves with great nutrition. And you need all of those things. And so managing stress is a big thing that a lot of people don't have control over. So I'm always giving tips to my clients about finding some kind of a creative outlet to manage stress. And then for my friends that already knit and are into the hobby of knitting or crocheting or whatever hobby they have, making sure they have the other things under control, making sure they're sleeping well and not knitting 24/7, and that they're drinking while they're knitting, and that they're moving and being active and eating well and all of that. So it's a twofold thing. That's why I'm here. That's why I call myself the Healthy Knitter. And thank you for joining me. And if you're new, please subscribe, like, comment. I am getting really close to 1,000 subscribers. And when I transformed this used to be my platform to do my trainings for my team. So if you scrolled back and down, you've probably seen some videos. You're like, what does that have to do with knitting? I couldn't figure out how to make a brand new channel. So I just changed my channel. I had a couple hundred subscribers, so I just changed it. But I have tripled, almost quadrupled my followers since I started talking about knitting. And that just excites me. And I keep hearing from YouTube you have so many more subscribers and you have so many more viewers. And I think the 1,000 mark is when nice things start to happen. So I just would ask, if you are here watching, to please subscribe. And then you'll get notifications when I have any new podcasts out. And please like and comment. I love hearing from you and what you're working on. And thank you for your advice, because it is so great for me. I've been knitting for a very long time, but I've never taken a knitting class ever. So I'm self-taught. I had a girlfriend that got me started on my first Icelandic sweater. And then from there, I'm self-taught. I just watch YouTube videos. So if I can do this, you can do this. But I have people that have been watching me that have been giving me tips and advice too. And I'm so grateful for that. And what a sweet platform this is. I've not had one negative comment, not one, not one. Everything has been so positive, and I'm just so grateful for that. And I think that's why I love this community so much and why I want more of it. So I'm hosting my first Zoom on Saturday. I will share the Zoom link below, and it's going to be from 11 to 1, and we're going to knit together. Bring whatever project you're working on, whatever whip you're working on. I will have either the sweater or the socks, not sure which one, but I'll be working on those. I had showed a crocheted bag that I got from Crochet Park. I gave out the link. I may have a few people that bought that might want to come. So so you come, if you come to that with your bag, I've done a couple of them now, I can help you. But if you just want to come with whatever whip you're working on, do that. We can show each other our projects and get to know each other via Zoom. Bring a coffee, bring a drink, stay hydrated, and can't wait to see you and meet you there. I'm going to hopefully bring some friends along with me as well. But I love this platform. And I wanted to tell you also, boy, I hope I didn't already tell you this. When I did my Kitchener stitch on this, I looked up how to do a Kitchener stitch. I know how, I've done it many, many, many times, but I found the Unforgettable Kitchener stitch video, and it was the best one I've ever seen, and I loved it. So I'll post that below as well. And if I said that twice, please forgive me. This is take 2 of this video. All right, I think that is it. I will share the Zoom link below. Would love to hear what you're working on. Thank you so much for being here and for your support of this channel. And I hope you have a fabulous day. Bring your knitting with you everywhere you go, and stay active, stay active. Make sure that if you're sitting and knitting for a long period of time, you're getting up, you're moving, go outside, go for a walk, get some activity in, get some steps. Hopefully you have a watch that can track that for you, and make sure you're getting enough activity each and every day. Have a great day.